Alright guys, what I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to cut up these here chicken breasts right here. This here is boneless, skinless chicken breast with some red meat. It comes from Walmart. It is $2.67 a pound. Sad thing is, 2 years ago it was well, this ain't really too bad. It was $1.99 a pound, but it did, and there for a while it was $4 a pound, guys, but it went back down a little bit. But at any rate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up for Parmesan crusted chicken. Also, the way that I'm going to cut this up, I also make fried chicken patties out of it. What I put a country cooking cream style gravy on. See, this white gravy, it's not really country gravy like what everybody calls it. It's really cream style gravy. Because there's a brown gravy too. It's all country cooking, man, but yeah, but the way I make it, you know, it's really good, my cream style gravy. I still need to show you how to make that, but tonight what I'm going to make is Parmesan crusted chicken, which I'm going to show y'all how to do that too. But right now what I'm going to be showing y'all is how to cut it up. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open this package, I'm going to take it all over here to the sink, I'm going to wash it off, and then I'll be back. And I'm going to show you how to cut it up on what's called cutting it up on a bias. I'm going to cut it against the grain. Don't ever cut your meat with the grain, because if you cut your meat with the grain, you end up with stringy meat. You want it good and tender and cooked right, cut it against the grain. We'll get back into that while I'm cutting it up here. Let me pause the video here and I'll be right back after I wash it up, rinse it off and all that good stuff. Alright guys, I'm back now. I'm going to cut this up, like I said, for tonight, for Parmesan crusted chicken. I'm also going to cut it up some for chicken strips, to either be cooked chicken fried, chicken style chicken strips with the country cooking cream style gravy, or to be cooked fajita style, just wrapped up into some tortillas, because that's pretty good too. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. Playing Mexican, man, it's much less work than having to bread that stuff and cook it, you know, the other way. Okay, and I'm always going to try to cut it against the grain as much as possible. Okay? Look at that, I made a chicken strip already, I think. Yep, I'm going to have to make that into a chicken strip. That is right there. But, I'm that way. Go like that, right there, boom. Where's that other one? There, alright, again. Alright, that's a big old piece of breast meat. We will. Like I said, guys, this here is going to be for Parmesan crusted chicken. And right now I'm going to season it, and then I'm going to put it in, well, I hate having to pick things up after I touch the chicken, man, because salmonella is all over your hands with the, you know, but you got to do what you got to do. So get me one of these pans out. Okay, I'm gonna season them all up, the chicken fried chicken. And I'll be cutting some of them into actual chicken strips. I'll come back and show you all that here. Y'all seen I cut the one strip already. You can use these strips, you can bread them with, you know, breading and an egg wash and a breading. And then you can put this country cooking cream style gravy to dip them in along with your french fries. Boy, that stuff is good. Okay, but tonight I'm going to make the Parmesan crusted chicken. This here, what I'm seasoning it with is Morton season oil. This is like a deep south granulated garlic. I just figured no name, but granulated garlic. Crap's expensive. This is regular black pepper. Sprinkle a little bit of that on there. We'll do this to both sides. Okay. And here in a little while, I'll show you how we're actually going to make the Parmesan crusted chicken out of this. Because this is going to go back into the refrigerator for probably the next See what time it is. It's 10:40 right now. I'll probably take it out and put it in the oven probably about 4 o'clock, or start breading it with Parmesan crust, and I'll show y'all how to do that about 4 o'clock. But here in a minute, I'll show y'all how to cut up one of these in nothing but chicken strips. And I'll be back here in a second. Alright guys, all I did was take a real quick break and grab me a drink of coffee. But I went on and grabbed one of the smaller ones out there so I can cut it up into chicken strips. The chicken strips are going to be, again, we can bread them with an egg wash and a flour, seasoned flour, and make a chicken fried chicken strip where we can dip them in country cook and cream style gravy, or we can be lazy and just, you know, season them real good and then kind of cook them like a fajita wrapped in tortillas. Okay, and with the fajita wrapped in tortillas, you know, especially when you use the store-bought tortillas, oh, it's much easier, much less work. I could probably make this into a chicken fry or a Parmesan chicken portion as well. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the. Man, I should just make it into some chicken strips. Now again, guys, always cut against the grain. If you look here, this meat, the grain's running this way. You gotta look close at it. It's running this way. Then just over here on this piece right here, it might change. But watch the grain in it, and always cut it against the grain so your stuff will be, you know, tender, not stringy, okay? Now, let me tell y'all how I learned how to cut this on a bias like this, okay? First of all, the way I learned how to do what I'm doing here, I went to a Mexican food market, an all-Mexican market, and to order some fresh fajitas when I was about 21, 22 years old, 23. To order fresh fajitas, okay? And beef skirt, what I was ordering. Okay, so and I watched that old Mexican man couldn't speak a word of English, so he cut up that beef steak because his knife was much bigger than mine. But I just emulated what I seen, and that's how I learned how to do this. Then one day there was one of these so-called professional chefs from Job Corps, graduated from Job Corps, seen what I was doing. He started talking crap. He said, "I'm gonna cut my hand off." Bitch, I ain't never cut it off yet. Okay? He was just trying to, I'm a professional chef. You don't know what you're doing. Look, Chef Ramsay, I wouldn't eat this yet. I would not. And I used to cook pork, and I can do pork really good. But I don't do pork no more. I don't eat it. I don't touch it. But I bet you I'll make a turkey and not tell nobody how to do it before you know how it's all done. And then Chef Ramsay make his turkey that's got all that bacon and all that crap all over it. And I bet you mine gonna be better than his. I put money, I put $1,000, say mine gonna be better than his. Yep. At least to me it would be. I better renege on that bet because there might be a bunch of people try to get over on me. But I guarantee you my turkey gonna be juicy. And I can have all that pork shit all over it. It ain't gonna be contaminated with pork. Okay? That chef tried to tell me. And by the way, guys, that chef that tried to tell me that, there was a guy in the house that day by the name of Praxis Lindsay. Praxis Lindsay, I worked out with him a lot, trained with him a lot. He taught me a lot what he learned at Executive Security International. That's in Colorado. Now see guys, I'm just cutting it all on a bias. It's called cutting it on a bias. And I'm cutting it against the grain so that it won't come out stringy, man. It'll be nice and tender. Now what I'm going to do with this, guys, is I'm going to season this here all up and put it in a bowl, and this here will stay in a container through tomorrow, okay? And tomorrow I'll probably come back and this here will be cooked, most likely fajita style, wrapped up in tortillas, because that's a whole lot less work. Not as much of a mess to clean up and all that good stuff. Now guys, I'm just going to season both sides the same way you seen me do the breast. Put it away and keep it for tomorrow. This is the way. Again, with this one right here, you can use this for chicken fried chicken or the Parmesan chicken, which y'all going to see in the very next video coming up. Parmesan crusted chicken. This one I still got to do the country cooking cream style gravy for y'all, and I'll show you a way you can make country cooking brown gravy too. After you know, you pan fry your steaks and whatnot. Ooh, you can make a really good gravy, man. I'm telling y'all. I didn't always use these here knives for cooking, man. I'm telling y'all. But no sense of y'all see what happened when I learned how I can make food taste good. With that, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. I should really open a channel, call it the Fat Man's Country Cooking. But you know what? This is the average day in the life of the heathen. So there we go. I'll see y'all in the next one.